Hey, it's Tristan from www.primaledgehealth.com. Quick little video answering a question about exogenous ketones. Do I think they're useful? Well, I think almost any tool can be useful. It all depends on context. So I'll start out by saying that the only exogenous ketone product that I have tried is Ketone. And I have also tried Ketone with MCT, which would render it very, very similar, almost identical to what Keto OS, or that company Prove It, is selling. I've yet to try Keto OS. People have sent me samples of it, but they send me the stuff with caffeine. I don't do caffeine. Very, very sensitive to it. Enjoy it every once in a while, but I can't give you an honest review of any product that has caffeine in it, because if I take caffeine, I'm going to get a big rush. I'm going to be all around. So I can't give an honest review on that product until I try it without the caffeine. And someone said they sent me some, so I should probably receive that box soon. And I'll try it out. I'll give it an honest opinion on what I think about it. But my initial thoughts on exogenous ketones are they do have applications. Those applications being possibly during the adaptation phase, when individuals are having cravings, when they're feeling low in energy, it could be a useful tool to kind of patch up those little leaks of energy. So possibly during adaptation to the diet, to a healthy ketogenic diet, it could be a useful tool. Although I don't recommend it to clients when I'm guiding them through their diets and switching them into a keto style diet. If that's what they're doing, I don't recommend them using it. I don't recommend them use it because it's pretty expensive. So that's the major downside to these exogenous ketone products. You're looking at upwards of like $4 to $5 per dose. And as far as cost-benefit analysis goes, I think there's way better things that one could utilize, like some adaptogenic herbs. I'm a really big fan of maca, reishi, chaga mushroom, ashwagandha. I'm a big fan of a lot of these adaptogenic herbs that actually bolster the immune system, help you to deal with stress. I think I would much rather spend my hard-earned money on something like that than on a product that's mimicking a physiological process that my body is undergoing anyways, and my body is very efficient at. Your body is very capable of producing significant amount of ketones and utilizing them for energy through the breakdown of fats, of fatty acids. Let's see, other applications that I think exogenous ketones could be useful in. I think perhaps for endurance exercise, or long hikes, or even just like a day hike, if you don't want to bring food with you, I think it would be very interesting. Perhaps for individuals who are doing like intermittent fasting, if they want to really stave off the hunger a little bit more, because exogenous ketones will torch hunger. They're very good at reducing hunger. A ketogenic diet, ketones in general, reduce hunger. So perhaps individuals who are on a carbohydrate-based diet during that non-feeding fasting window, if they're doing IF, intermittent fasting, you could utilize exogenous ketones to decrease their hunger. But what individuals have to realize is these things aren't magic. You are putting energy into your body, and if your goal is to burn body fat, you're going to have to tap into body fat eventually. You can't tap into body fat if you're feeding it lots of exogenous ketones all the time, giving yourself an exogenous energy source. We want to burn endogenous ketones, ketones that our body creates from our fat in our bellies, or wherever else, everywhere on your body. There's another point. You can't spot reduce fat. You can't just target fat in specific areas, unfortunately. That's for another video. But yeah, I think for endurance exercise, it could be a useful tool. It definitely torches hunger. It definitely gives a steady energy, although it's not like I don't experience like a crazy rush from it. That might be because I've been doing keto for a long time. My body's very efficient at making ketones, at using them, and I do not just don't have a need for an exogenous source of them. So I think for individuals who are well adapted to a ketogenic diet, I would recommend maybe playing around with the exogenous ketones if you got the extra dough to throw at it. But they're not a magic panacea, unfortunately. Now, where they would have great potential use would be in individuals who are dealing with chronic disease. But those individuals would probably be better off with a ketone ester, with a more strong product, with a more Spanish words keep popping up in my head. con un producto más fuerte, with a product that's a little bit more potent. They're going to want higher blood ketone levels and something that will last a little bit longer. These ketone esters, the problem with those is they tend to taste very bad, apparently. So people who are dealing with chronic disease, these might be a useful tool, especially while you're adapting to a new diet. It can be useful for you there. And for elevating blood ketones for therapeutic purposes, they could also be useful. Yeah, I've kind of rambled a little bit, shared a few of my thoughts on it. I'm sure there's a lot of little points that I forgot that I meant to make. But exogenous ketones, not magic. I actually, the first time I took it, I was in a fasted state, and I just wanted to see what would happen if I took them in a fasted state when I already had very, very high blood ketones, although I didn't measure them at the time, so I don't know what it was at, but I know it was a pretty deep ketosis. I was just coming out of, there might have been like 36 hours fasted. And I took them, and I actually got pretty tired. It kind of drained me, and I ended up wanting to take a nap. Although I did feel the anti-inflammatory effects. My joints, my bones felt really good. I felt that deep anti-inflammatory effect. But, oh, I got friends here. My friends. Alright, the video's over. Exogenous ketones can be useful, but they're not magic. So don't think they're going to fix all your problems. They're not magical, but they do have their use. So I'll see you next time, www.primaledgehealth.com. See you later.